Hello traders, Scott here again. Apologies for the delay with this video. I did end the week last week with a video. I think it was like Thursday night, Perth time. It's the 29th today of November and it's 10:15 in the evening, Tuesday. So I just want to run you guys through what's going on. What will happen is I've shown you guys the live account. I won't be doing that anymore. I'm not personally trading it, okay? So it's with a VPS service, and I won't really go into too many details, but a very trusted individual in the Forex world. And yeah, so this demo account now on screen started with 5,000 Australian dollars, all right, and we can see where it's at right now. And so the current trade here is the NZ US dollar. We can see the lot size. It was a buy. And it was actually a market buy as well. What happened was it sort of went on me quite fast. So I think it was a 4-hourly, and I'll just show you. So that was the sell stop. No, it was a daily. It was the daily. It was what happened here. It was that. Yeah. So I've gone over 4-hour stuff as well, but just with work, it's hard for me to get the indicator on the mobile. So, and I like the screen. I have a setup that I use, work out lot sizing and everything, and it's just a little bit convoluted at work. And with what I do, I can technically open the phone up and check, but it's just complicated. And sometimes I can't guarantee that I will be free. I drive a vehicle at the airport, so I can't just at whim, pull the phone out. Definitely not full-time trade, everyone. I wouldn't recommend that unless you have just a lot of capital. Then fine, But yeah, so that's my situation. So this is the NZ dollar setup. So we'll zoom out. Okay, no, pardon me. That's the NZ. Look at me being prepared and all. All right, so let's tap this a little bit. Let's go to the daily. So that would have been it. Yeah, that would have been it. 4-hourly. Sorry guys, I'm running up. So go across here. Yeah, so that I'm just trying to ascertain to the daily. Must have been the 4-hourly. Must have been that, and I missed the opportunity. And what I did was, I like the double stack. You see how that's? I almost use that as a confirmation. I don't like how that's wiki, but I must have put, and that happened as well. So when I got in, it would have been around. I think that candle triggered me. Went into drawdown. Now it's sort of there's activity. But how we play it is that's my first position there, and what will happen is that will be a 1-to-1 reward risk to ratio. We've gone over that before, but what that means is, so that's the buy, and we minus that from the stop loss, which is a protective feature you use in trading. Obviously some people don't, and fair enough, you don't have to. And then that gives you the take profit figure, and in this case it's 71.53. So we zoom out, there we go. So we're chasing $16.10. Look, it's not lighting the world up on fire, and yes, I'm down a little bit, but it's a new system that I'm trading, and my backtesting results are very positive. So it's just one of these things really where it's just unfortunate. That's what a lot of people do. It's called the cycle of doom, where they'll trade a system. Sometimes they might just use real money straight away, which is ill-advised, unless you have a lot of money, and if you have a gambling mentality or whatnot, you don't really mind. But really, you want to backtest extensively with a lot of pairs. The major pairs that come with Forex Tester, which I think is 17, including gold and silver, and I don't test gold and silver. So it's 15, 10 years of that each pair, and I'm doing the daily. So I'll just show you what use the stats as confirmation, and as a way to just identify the flow of the markets. And so I've done 72 trades, profit trades 57. So that would mean some trades will be a 1-to-1, and then the other ones are trailed. So I'll move the stop loss to, if it's a buy, to the buy stop once it's gone 1-to-1. So once it's around there, then I'll move it. So there's no risk then. And sometimes it comes back a little bit, and but it's still money in the bank, so to speak. So there's my months processed, the days. So I'll go to 12, 120. So I'll go to the full 10 years here on the NZUSD. Don't know why I picked this to begin with, but I did. And obviously each currency has its nuances. Like NZUSD is pretty rangy. Like 2008, 2010 was pretty just bad. So, but that's where you learn and everything. And here's my percentage return. The gentleman that's mentoring me said you probably want to take 20% off that. So over, what is that? 9 years or so, 9 12s, 108. So not even 8 years or something, and not that long, really. It's about 200%. So it's pretty good. And we've got the trades per month. So as you can see, frequency-wise, on the daily isn't a lot. You got to be picky. I think I'm going over this missed trade opportunity here. Yes, I missed that. But yeah, it just teaches you because you've got a signal, but there's a context to it all as well. A lot of the top traders will say, the candles tell a story, and that's what you want to read things, candle by candle, have an understanding of what's going on, what the sentiment is, because each candle represents individuals, retail traders like us, buying and selling the currency. So obviously, there are reasons behind this, but we trade price action. I'm a price action trader. The news is minimal when it comes to if I'll take a trade or not. Obviously, in Forex S3 or whatever program you use, I'm not going to go see the month, see, for example, we've got, that signal, and I'll go, oh, what happened on that particular date? Was it a big news event? Normally that it will be that will trigger that, but that doesn't matter. That you just sort of trade your system. So stick with the system. That's why you backtest, because there's no money at risk, really. Anyway, guys. So I rambled on there a little bit. I apologize. I hope whoever is watching this, and I think there are a few people. Shout out to Connor. Shout out to Josh. If you guys do watch it, all right. Connor probably will. But yeah, so I won't be molesting with the NZUSD trade because I have a tendency to move that stop loss prematurely to protect equity. But what happens is that's how you get stopped out without leaving too much breathing room, and that's you're not trading how you backtest it. So that's a big no-no. That's a big no-no. All right, Euro NZ. Let's bring that up. Okay. Whoop. We'll zoom in. All right. So on the daily again, an individual on the forum brought this one up. So I've got the sell stop down by the low there. All right. And we'll zoom out some more. That's where take profit is for one of them. And I've explained the risk to reward ratio system and how you do it. I split my positions around 1% each. Okay. Sorry, that was just really bothering me how that was there. Alright, so that's pretty much it, guys. And if you have any questions on, where to get started in Forex, I'm just a novice trader, and it helps me to document on video what I do. So it's a nice learning process for myself to go back here and explain why I took the trade. And it's a learning thing. I can go back and, assess things. So obviously we're in drawdown. That's not the end of the world though. Percentage-wise, that's very manageable. Okay, so around 4% is when I'll be like, let's assess things. But we're not even, $100 down. Okay. So we'll see how that plays out. We'll see how this plays out. It's behaving a little bit better than it did earlier. All right. And just information-wise, this is where you want to come to. I've shown this numerous times before on my page. I'm just going to sip of water. My throat was parched. Okay. So there it is. And this really will give the insight into what goes on and the method or the system that I'm trading. All right, we'll get out of that. So no, it's not free, but seriously, you can spend a lot of money on courses in Forex if you really delve into it. And what that forum will help you with is to trade your beliefs. Okay, let's say you've come into some money, you've been saving money, you want to invest it, you want some passive income. Okay, it's difficult, for an individual and for most people to scalp and short term. Very stressful. I haven't even tried it. I'm not about that. I don't want to deal with that. But the course here that Walter Peters provides, and I'm not getting paid to say this, you guys can believe what you want, but that's not the case. I was referred to this by another individual who I met, and that's how it all started for me. And it really does help you understand your beliefs and your psychology. All right, so Google search him, Walter Peters, get an understanding. But that's what it's all about, trading. You don't put your money into something, you don't believe you're going to be checking it every hour or so on a trade. So you've got to back test, you've got to get confident, you've got to practice, you've got to fly the simulator, which is back testing. There are a few programs out there. I'm not familiar with other ones, but I like Forex Tester. It works for me. So that's the trick here, guys. You got to trade your beliefs, find a system that works for you. Are you a trend trader? Do you like reversals, that sort of thing? Although technically speaking, that NZUSD was a long-term trending down, but it had a bit of retracement out off a bottom of a nice little support level. So that's why, like if I see something and the price action is positive, then I'll jump in. But right now it's undecided. Alright guys, anyway, I hope everyone has a fantastic week. Really trading week's just started for most people. Mondays, for a daily and 4-hour trader, but I'm not really finding much activity. So today was the first real day of the week. Alright guys, and anyway, I hope everyone has a fantastic trading week and end to the month. And if you have any questions, just flick me an email, scott.andrews275@gmail.com. Publicly putting that out there, but I'm being willing to help and give you guys some more information on how, I started with the educational material, because there's so much out there in Forex, and it's good to just narrow things down. And you can only learn so much stuff for free off YouTube. You probably could, but you'd have to be damn persistent and hardworking, and you've got to test, you got to back test. Okay, you got to pay for that. All right. Anyway, guys, hope everyone has a fantastic day, and that's me out. Thanks, guys.